Welcome to the world of VL Academy.
In this tutorial, we will explain how to draft agreement of sale. Pay utmost attention to benefit from this tutorial. Without any delay, let's get started.
Before we go ahead, let me set the ground rules. 1. Use your earphones for a better audio experience. 2. Carry a book and pen during the entire exercise. 3. Follow my instructions or instructions of Sana. 4. If you have any question, make a note of it and email the same to us at info@virtualaw.in. 5. Most importantly, enjoy your sessions.
Make sure that you are drafting along with us so that you can better relate to the concept. Before we start learning how to draft various contracts, let us quickly revise the standard format of a draft. You should be thorough with this format by now.
So now I'll quickly take you through the entire schema of a deed, that is a contract or a deed with all the components present, right? So here there won't be any repetition. I would go in a straight flow, try to grasp it, try to pause and make notes, but this format, as Sana had rightly pointed out, you should write each and every word of this entire format you are looking on the screen. Have your pen and paper ready and just write it. First and the foremost, the title of the deed. It should be in the middle, preferably in capitals. Then the same title of the deed can be repeated here or by way of a sentence. The nature of the deed, the date, day and time should come here, and then the place of execution. And that is by and between. So here there will be two parties. The first party's description will be here. The second party's description will be here. And between them we use the word and. If it's an individual, you will describe it in this way. If it's a body corporate, this is the way you describe it, right? This is the way. And if it's an individual, you will refer it to as whatever be, if it's a seller or a buyer, and it will include all the legal heirs, successors, and etc. If it is a body corporate, then that will include its legal representatives, agents, assignees, etc. Right? So here you have to give the description of both the parties. One party will be before and, other party will be after and. So this we refer as first party. This would be usually second party, right? And then we start off with the recitals. So recitals is purely a short story behind why you entered into this agreement with that other party. Then this is the testatum clause, where you're connecting the recitals to the operative portion by usage of the word now. This agreement witnesses as follows. Then you have the operative portion, which contains your covenants, undertakings, exceptions, premises, description, all the operative clauses, receipt, consideration, the payment made, the payment agreed upon, and the payment made by the other party. And then we have the testimonium clause. Right? So in the testimonium clause, we use the words in witness whereof. So that is trying to say that in witness of all these terms, the parties have signed this agreement with their free will and consent on this so and so date. Whatever be the date, that will be the date on which they have signed. So here will be the signature of the first party, here would be the signature of the second party, and in the presence of witness 1, Mr. A, witness 2, Mr. B, and A's, of course there's a name here, so A will say a sign here, B will sign here, and that's it. So this is the entire format of a deed.
For all the contracts we learn in the upcoming tutorials, the format for the draft remains the same. Hence, do practice this format every day so that you need not waste your time in examination on struggling to remember the format. Agreement of sale is a document in which the buyer agrees to buy and the seller agrees to sell the scheduled property for an agreed consideration and within agreed time. Let us understand this by way of a simple illustration followed by drafting of the agreement of sale.
Mr. A, son of Mr. D, is the owner of the property situated at house number A/1, ABC Colony, New Delhi. Mr. A agreed to sell the property to Mr. B for a total consideration of Rs 10 lakhs and agreed to register sale deed effecting transfer of property within 3 months from the date of execution of agreement of sale. These are the facts of the case, and let us now draft an agreement of sale capturing these facts.
So yes, this is the agreement of sale, the draft. So as you have seen on the draft format, this is the introduction paragraphs. So firstly the title, so agreement of sale is the title, in the middle in block letters. Then this nature of agreement, which is the agreement of sale. So this agreement of sale is executed on, so here we have the DDTV, day Wednesday, date first, T time, so instead of time we have the month, that is April 2020, year is 2020, date of execution, and venue is the Delhi, the place, right? Next, by and between Mr. A, so and so is the individual. We know how whenever there's an individual, the other is the identification, son of, age, residence, the place, right? And the reference column as to how do we refer. In case of an agreement of sale, there are two parties, vendor and vendee. So here the first party is the vendor usually. And so by and between Mr. A, so and so, and Mr. B, right? So that is how the flow is. Mr. B has got the so and so Aadhaar number, so and so, son of so and so, he is referred to as vendee. Now this line has got a kind of an attraction, right? So the one highlighted with an arrow, so concentrate that in the orange arrow. So here we mean to say that both vendor and vendee are hereinafter individually referred to as party and collectively as parties. Please note this phrase, and the entire contract of course, but this also has got a lot of importance. So in the entire contract, whenever we say party, it means an individual, that is either A or B. Whenever we say parties, it is a combination of both A and B. So that is how minutely we have to identify. You cannot simply randomly say the parties hereby agree. So who are those parties? It is good, or it is always better to have this line in your contract, right? Let's move forward.
Hi guys, hope you enjoyed drafting alongside Prakul, and I hope it is helpful. We have an important update to make. From now on, you are expected to be thorough with the standard draft which was taught in Lesson 2 and repeated in Lesson 4. From the subsequent agreements, we won't repeat the introduction, description of parties, standard clauses, testimonium, signature and attestation clauses. We will focus only on the operative clauses. Hope you enjoyed this session too. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you like our approach, do share your experience on your social media handles by tagging @VirtualLaw. See you soon.